are ready? Cool. Okay, we have first up is team 2. Take it away, team 2.
All right, we're just sharing our screen. All you, Caesar.
All right, cool. Thank you, Brendan. Hey, everyone, my name is Caesar. We are Team 2, also known as Team Concurrent. Brendan, could you go to next slide, please? This is a list of our team members, and we also have Dan and Frank as our mentors. Can everyone hear me okay, by the way? All right. Cool. So today we'll be presenting our project, which is a multiplayer game called Frazzle. In this game, players work together to guess each other's submitted words within a given time limit. Our tech stack includes React on the front end and Express and Mongo on the back end. To enable real-time gameplay, we utilize the WebSockets API via a package called socket.io. Now, during our presentation, we'll be going through some more slides. We'll be doing a demo, and we'll also be discussing potential future iterations and ending with a QA session. Next slide, please. Oh, I think we went, there we go. Thank you. So for our MVP, we have several features, including a multiplayer game, the ability for players to immediately jump into a game or register and log in. Registered users will have a game history. The game will support 3 to 10 players in each room. And words that are submitted will be checked using an API to ensure that they're valid English words or phrases. And we also utilize another API to provide hints for the word that's being played. In addition, players can chat with each other in real time during gameplay, and players can switch between rooms as desired. So now I'll go ahead and pass things off to Abu, who's going to discuss about some of our challenges.
Hi, everyone. My name is Abubakar Kaba. I'm going to talk about the challenges. As you know, every project is an opportunity to learn, figure out problems and challenges, invent and reinvent. Our app was no exception to the rule. First, our team had to learn WebSockets before we could agree even on our MVP. As you know, a real-time protocol like WebSockets is tightly coupled between the front end and the back end folks. Usually, a development involved at least one team member from both sides. Our teams had to push a pair of PR for each feature, which wasn't easy. Unlike other apps, a real-time game involved more manual testing. And finally, we tried to do some testing of WebSockets in Postman, which is in a beta version. These are the main challenges we encountered during the practicum, learning and implementing WebSocket being the main one so far. Without delay, I'll let Alejandro talk more about the concept of WebSocket. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for the introduction, Abu. My name is Alejandro. I'm part of the backend team. And as Abu mentioned, WebSockets. What exactly is WebSockets? WebSockets is at the very core of the functionality of our game. WebSockets is a protocol for a two-way communication between clients and servers. It uses a single connection starting with a handshake and allows for bidirectional message exchange. What exactly does that mean, right? If we look on the graphic to the left, we see a classical HTTP request, where the client and the server make a handshake, pass the information, and the connection is lost. With WebSockets, when the client and the server make a handshake, the handshake persists. So long as they have a handshake, information is able to be sent back and forth from the client and the server, which allows for bidirectional messages. And as Abu mentioned, one way to do this is using the socket.io, is a popular library for implementing WebSockets. And in the next slide, I'll explain how we implemented this feature. So on the server side, an Express application is created using an HTTP server where socket.io is then initialized to that server. So at this point, Sockets acts as a wrapper over our Express server. When a client connects to the server, the server logs a message indicating that a new user has joined. The blue arrow on the left side shows that an event greeting is being sent from the client. On the right side, our server is listening to a greeting event. Both events need to have the same name for the data to be sent and received. In a regular REST application, we have routes, but for WebSockets, there are no routes. Instead, we use emitter events from the client to the server and the server to the client. The red arrow emits a message data to the client where useEffect then changes the state of the WebSocket, which therefore displays the data. In this case, it will display, "Hi, I am new." I hoped this small crash course on WebSockets helps you get an insight on the core functionality of our game, and I'll pass it on to Brendan on how we use Postman to test WebSockets.
Thanks, Alejandro. Hey, everybody, my name is Brendan, and I worked on the front end team. We'll be presenting briefly on how we use Postman to act as the client or front end to test the back end of a WebSocket project. So I'll just walk you through a quick couple basic steps of how that would look. So I've got Postman open here. And if we wanted to create a new WebSocket request, we would go to New here, WebSocket request. See if my computer catches up here. Move the zoom bar here. Okay, and you have the option of selecting raw or socket.io. So I already have a raw option here. Just to show you, we're not going to run this one, but it includes the, as you see here, WS protocol for the front of the address. But we're going to actually do one with socket.io to show how we used it. So when you select that, we've pasted our address here. And I'm already connected, but you can connect. I'll hide these previous messages. And you just have to select the correct format. We're going to do JSON. I already have some events populated in here that match the events we have in our project. And you send a message in JSON format. As you can see, our user, Biff loves words. If we go ahead and send that, it'll show up down here as a successful message sent. And if we had the full app running now, so there were a consistent flow of messages, they would populate down here. And there's some great documentation on Postman's website on WebSockets, and some helpful videos that show a little bit more how it works. But I'll go ahead and pass it to Mauricio now to show us all a demo of Frazzle in action.
And you'll have about 2 minutes left.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Mauricio. And for this project, I work at like a full stack. I just sent the link of our deployment and you can test it by yourself, but we'll do a local walkthrough and I suggest you can stay with us for a while. So this is our landing page. And here we have 3 options. We can sign up later, play now. You just need that username. You can log in if you already have an account, or you can register if you don't have an account. Right now, we will go ahead and use my own account and we log in. And this is our game lobby. If nobody else has created a room before, let's go ahead and create the first room. This is the game room. And we have at the left the game score, on the center the game board, and at the right the game chat. Now, this is another player who can see the room we just created, and we can decide if we want to join or create another room. Right now, I will create another room, and we're inside of other room, and this is other player. You can see the two rooms we just created. We're gonna join to the room 1, and the other player who is alone in the other room will leave the room, and we're gonna join all together in the same room. So we can start the game, we need at least 3 players. And now we need to submit the words we want to be guessed. So we can go cat, dog, and by the way, we cannot just use words. This is not allowed. And also we can send information to chat and all the players can see it. So now we have the words and we can start. Oh, sorry, one word for the player, and we can start again. And one of the players here can see with hints that one of the other players need to wait because his or her word is being guessed. So we're gonna go, I think it's dog, and we can see dog, and we can see the game score has been updated. And we go to the next round. This is big. This is big here. And yeah, yes, right. Now you can see the game score is going well for Mao. So we already know Mao is gonna win this round. And you can see I already won 99 games. This is because I've been testing a lot. It's the only reason. And so, and by the way, if you do the wrong word, I tell you, I'll try again. And now we send the word, and this is my 100th game. One. From here, we can decide if we want to out, leave the room, whatever you want to do. Now I will pass it to Mackenzie so we can finish with our presentation.
Cool. So in the interest of time, this is a list of stuff. And if you have questions, these dudes will answer it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great job. Thanks, team 2.
Thank you.
Looks like a lot of fun. Anybody that has any questions for the team, feel free to put it in the chat. Team, if you can just take a look at the chat and answer any questions that might pop up. And we will move on to our next group of presenters. Frank, did you want to announce them?
Yes, so for now, we'll be going to team 1 for our next presenters. Take it away, team 1.
All right, thank you. Can you see all my screen?
Sure can.
Okay, thank you so much. So before we start the presentation, we would like to thank God the Dream for allowing us to join the Practicum class, to the wonderful staff and our amazing mentors, Jacob and Nikki, who are always there to encourage and help us along the way. We are grateful to all of you. And before we dive into our app, let me introduce our team members. So in the back end, we have Manisha and me, Lara. And in the front end team, we have Ekaterina, Olga, Cecilia, and Simon. And before we demonstrate the app, we would like to give you an overview of it. So Self-Share is an innovative app that enables book lovers to easily share books within their community, especially for those who have limited access to books in their native languages, such as refugees and immigrants. By adding books to their account, users can create a community where they can connect with others who share their loves of books. This fosters cultural exchange and understanding, while also promoting sustainability by reducing waste and resource consumption. Self-Share offers a cost-effective solution for book enthusiasts to exchange books and build a vibrant community around literature. And without further ado, our team will demonstrate the app for you. Okay, Cecilia, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, my name is Cecilia. Thank you for everybody for being here. We will go ahead and do the sign up. And for the sign up, we will need the user's name, last name, date of birth, and so on. It is important to note that the user cannot log in with an email that is already registered. It has to be a unique email. We also added the address function there in the form, so the user can have a range of where the books that he's looking at, where they are, and all of that. We also added the date of birth. The date of birth cannot be it has to be in the past, it cannot be in the future, and all of that. For the password, we also added, it has to have a unique character. Otherwise, they won't be able to sign up or register.
Hold on. I think my render got crashed a little bit.
That just choose the address.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
As you can see, or
sorry.
Fine. There you go. So it is also important to note that unless the user has an account or is logged in their account, they won't be able to chat with the owners of the book. Once sign up and we can see all the page and all of the books that we have, we can go ahead and log out. And for this, we're gonna use a user that is already registered, and we're gonna use Harry's information, their email, and their password. And then after we log in, we can see their profile and the chat and all of those things. Simon is gonna present to you next.
Thank you, Ceci. Simon, are you ready?
I'm ready. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the homepage. So if we start in the top left corner, we have our custom logo. One of our team members did some excellent work setting that up. So it's also our homepage. So if you click on that, it comes to our homepage. Who was it? Oh yeah, me. Going across the navbar, we have our dark mode. If you hover over that, you also get a little pop-up there, turn off the light, turn on the light. Thank you. And moving across to our navbar is fairly self-explanatory. We've got our ad book, my profile, our amazing chat feature, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the about soon. But first, let me just talk about the content page. Oh, I missed the login. Can you just, the logout button, please? Can you just hover over the logout button, please? Thank you. Okay, coming down to the content in our page, we have it set up so that we get two sets of results. Our first set of results are our most recent books, as you can see here. The books are available when we hover over them. You can see we have the press to open. So if you could click on that, please, Lara. So you can click on it to get your single book view, which gives you all the extra information so you can read all about the book. Thank you. You can now use our amazing homepage custom logo to click to come back. In the second card here, we've got a demonstration of how it's not, it's optional to have an image. So if the user doesn't upload an image, it's fine, they can still do that. And to the right-hand side, we can see two books that are borrowed. So as you can see, they're grayed out. And when you hover over them, as you can see, you get the availability borrowed showing up. If you scroll down, Here we have our second category, which is our related to genre. And this is random. So when we refresh the page, if you note, it's currently mystery books. When we refresh the page, and then scroll down again. Wait a second, we got mystery books again. I think that's just a random choice. Can we just try that one more time? Okay, we got mystery again, but so, well, I'll move on. That doesn't seem to... There seems to be a small bug with that, but that should be changing to different genres every time we refresh. Okay, in the footer, we have a link to our GitHub with some lovely hover effects. If you could just hover over the GitHub, thank you. And talking about our team, I'd just like to cover the About page real quick. Here's our lovely team and all the blurb about the app. If you could scroll down, please. Great, and again, another big thank you to Nikki and Jacob and our guest member, Rachel. And at the bottom of this page, we've also got our Swagger documents. And here we have the backend routes and also the schemas a little further down. If you could just scroll down, please, Lara. Right, and that's my part. So I'm going to hand you over to our very own supernova from Moldova, Olga.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you, Simon. Hi, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to our book creation page. Laura, could you please demonstrate it in mobile version? You can also notice that we have an animated hamburger over there in the corner. Thank you. Can you please help me create a book, Laura? As you can notice, a user can add a title, the language the book is written in, the author of the book, also select kids or adult from the range, age range menu drop down. Also select open for the newly created books with the opportunity to later change them into borrowed through the edit feature. Select the appropriate genre with the publication year, and also write a short description of the book. The user can also have upload an image. It can be either uploaded from the local storage, or it can be an image URL found on the internet. Thank you, Lara. Now, can you please also demonstrate the upload feature, the URL upload? Thank you. And now can we press on the submit button? A modal success one appears and informing that it was successfully created. Now can we see the profile page so we can switch to the desktop version? Oh yeah, thank you. On the profile page, you can see the user's personal information in the book recently created. Thank you. And can you please hover over each small thing, and in the left corner of the card you can notice that we have the option to edit, update as borrowed, or delete the card. And at the same opportunity as on the homepage, you can see the detailed version of the card by pressing on the cover. And if we go back, we can try to edit a book. Can you? Oh, thank you. We can edit like something from here and maybe upload a new image if you can, Clara. Thank you. And we can go back to the profile page and see that it was successfully edited. Thank you. Now we can demonstrate the deletion feature. Can you please delete the book? Thank you. That's all for me. I'll pass it on to Ekaterina. Thank you.
Thank you, Olga.
Hey, Kate, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Hello, my name is Kate, and I'm going to tell you about search page and chat page. So let's start from search page. Here we have a nice debunked search which Olga created. And also in the, please scroll down. We have a pagination which Cecilia worked on, and return on the first page, please. Thank you. So also our user has an opportunity to sort books from A to Z. And
1 minute left, team.
By title, by author, and by genre. So our user named Ari decided that he really wants to find Jane Austen book. So he searched by author for Jane Austen books here. Search by author, please. Thank you, Laura. He decided that he wanted to, and after that, he will type his address. So we have a nice feature here. You can see then Laura will start typing his address. Yeah, there it is. We use the API for that. And he decided that he doesn't want to drive more than 20 miles. So he would like to, he has an opportunity to borrow 3 books nearby, and one of that Prejudice and Prejudice, and he decided that he, Pride and Prejudice, he will contact the owner. So now we are on the chat page, and he starts typing to the book owner. So we used WebSocket to create a real life chat. And now the book owner Ron would see his message. So, and he could reply right now. And after all, they could decide where they want to meet, which time to pick out this book. So that's all for me. I'm ready to pass to Laura again. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. And we're gonna real quick, moving to the development process. So actually we have like a different version of our MVP goals here, as you can see. The first one is the one that we want to achieve from the beginning. And then the second one is kind of the one that we want to refactor along the way. And then the third one is we would like to have, but we couldn't make it. So, and then actually we had like so many ideas for features in our app, but due to our deadline, we couldn't make it, and we had to prioritize and make some tough decisions. So, and as we work, we identified like something that we need to improve, like we made our homepage more user-friendly, so now the user can see the most recent books without logging in. And if we work on the app again, we surely will add these features and more. And then now, Banisha, can you help me to explain about the technologies that we have?
Sure. Can you bring this slide, please, Sarah? Yep. Okay. So for technologies, we use a variety of technologies. For front-end technologies, we used a variety of technologies to build the front end of our project. We used React.js, a powerful JavaScript library, as the foundation of our front end. And to improve the styling of our CSS, we employed to use of SCSS. We use React Router and React Hooks to build an efficient user interface. We use JWT to authenticate unauthorized user and store the token in cookies to maintain session state. And also we used a little bit of TypeScript in our front end to create adapters, enhancing our code's reliability and maintainability. And also about the backend technologies, Laura, can you please go to the next slide? Okay, for the backend technologies, we employed several technologies to build a secure and scalable application. We use Express.js, a flexible Node.js web application framework. To manage our database, we use MongoDB. We use JWT in the backend to authenticate and authorize user access to project resources. And also to manage cross-origin requests, we use CORS. We integrate external APIs such as GeoP5 for geolocation and address auto completion, and also Geodist NPM package to handle location-based services and calculation of distances. And also, finally, we use Socket.io for WebSocket communication to enable real-time messaging between the server and client. And Laura, can you go to the next slide, please?
I'm sorry to cut you all off, guys, but we are at 15 minutes, so we do need to move on to our next team. Anybody that would like to see the remainder of their presentation, if y'all can share the link to see the rest of your slides, that would be great. Thank you for sharing all the information about your project so far. You've done great.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That's all from
everybody.
Team 1.
Thank you.
All
Great
right,
job,
moving-
everyone. Great job. Great. So next will be Team 3. Team 3, you are up.
Hello, everyone. Miguel here from Team 3. I don't know where the rest of my team is at the moment. One second. You guys can see the our presentation, right?
We can.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, cool. How do I start this Google Docs? All right. All right. I guess we can get started. Is everyone here? Yep, that's all of them. Hello, everyone. As I mentioned before, my name is Miguel, and we are Team 3, Team Stay Finder. We made a bookings.com type of API, type of project. And yeah, let's just get started. Our members are Mario, myself, Oksana, and Marina. Marina and Oksana dealt with the front end, and Mario and myself dealt with the back end. As I mentioned before, the project is SafeFinder. It is a bookings.com project. It allows users to be able to find hotels in nearby cities, look at those specific hotel details, and then look at specific rooms based on check-in, check-out dates, and the number of guests. They're able then to reserve those rooms and be able to see them in their user profile, where they can cancel reservation if need be. At the very beginning of kind of the project, we had a very different project ideas we want to kind of look at and tackle. At the end of the day, we decided to go with the travel app. That was what most of us were passionate about, and thought would be a really good project for an MVP. Yep, so we finished on deciding that we want to do that project. We found a couple of APIs that worked well for our purposes. And then we moved on to kind of the design of the project. We use Figma, as you can see. It's very beautiful. It really shows the how the app was going to look like. It was just supposed to be this kind of general idea of how the layouts was supposed to work. And then I'll pass on to Mario. He can explain a little bit about Jira and what we did with that.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Mario. I was also part of the backend team. And this is the screenshot of our Jira project when we first set up the project. If Miguel can go to the next slide. We really focused on communication on the project. We held meeting every 3 to 4 days. And we engaged in peer coding every 2 to 3 days to just maintain really good communication within the team. Let's go to the next. Yes, so this is one of the first summaries that we had in one of our first team meetings with the mentors. Just setting up the pages and setting up the backend. Go to the next slide. And another summary, like I said, we really maintained really good communication since we were a smaller team. I feel like communication was really essential for us to be successful with our project. It's another summary of our mentors. And then the tech stack that we used a merge stack with Vanilla.js, React, Node, Material UI, and MongoDB. So we used Material UI just to give it a nice user interface, and Node.js for handling scripting tasks, server-side tasks. And in our demo.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kizer.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say in our demo, we're going to basically show you the rundown of creating an account, logging in, searching for a hotel by the city, viewing the hotels in the city, viewing the details of the hotel, viewing the rooms based on the check-in, check-out date, and guest number, not found page, and making a reservation.
Okay, cool. Let me a little oopsie here. Let me go to the demo. Where are you, Zoom? Oh, here's Zoom. Okay, hope you can see that again. We'll pass it out to Marina, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. So I think you need to stop sharing screen.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, my name is Marina, and as part of the team, I worked on landing page, profile page, as well as login and register forms. So here is the home page. It has header with login and register forms, but user can browse the website without registration. Registration is required for booking only. The form at the top of the page let the user search for hotels by different parameters, such as destination, check-in date, check-out date, number of guests, and number of rooms. There is a default value for number of guests, it's 2, but user can change it easily. And there is default value for the rooms, it's 1. We can change it. So if user picks check-in date, checkout date shows up automatically. It's going to be next day. So I'm going to choose destination and search for hotels. Okay, perfect. So the search result is a list of hotels based on user preferences. Also, user can explore the popular destination where each image is linked to the specific destination. For example, if I click Orlando, it gives me all the available hotels in Orlando. Now I'm going to pass it on to Oksana to talk about search result page.
Okay, thank you, Marina. Do you want to share a screen or you can?
Oh yeah, I can, I'm sorry. I stopped sharing.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Oksana. And so when we start, as Marina said, when we start searching for the hotels, it takes us to the search results page, and we can see the total available hotels for our dates for the destination that we chose. And we can see different options of hotels. Each hotel card has the details about such as name, reviews, total number of reviews, address, and some features of the hotel, and as well as price. So we can choose just the hotel that we like and click see availability. So this brings us to the hotel details page, where we see our, again, hotel details, price for one night, images, overview. For this one, the description is not available. Also, we can see the guest rating, top amenities, and hotel on the map. And the guest rating gives us the scores of the different parameters of the hotel, such as cleanliness, comfort, staff, location. So we can see the overview of our hotel. Then we see our rooms or different room options. We will come back to this. Also, we have our reviews. You can scroll through with your mouse, or you can also scroll through with the buttons on the bottom. And we can see, for example, for each hotel, we can see more details about the review with the date and some if the hotel has some pros and cons, so they can also write what they like, what they don't like about the hotel. And at the bottom, we have the all amenities of this hotel. So now if we want to choose rooms, we can see whichever room we want to add, or if we want to change the date, like for now we had default, so it just gave us today and tomorrow, but we can change the date. If you want to do that, it doesn't do it at like they prompt you to choose the date, so we can go choose different dates.
Your team's about 10 minutes in.
Okay, and then we can update rooms. So this is also, we can click on this button and it brings us back to the right allocation. So now we have updated price and nights. We can add one room, and then the price and the nights and guests get updated. We can choose another room, get updated again, or we can remove one room if we don't want to. Also, the page is responsive. Let me quickly show you. So this is the tablet view. And mobile view. So now if we want to reserve, we will click this button and it brings us to the registration page. I pass it on to Marina again.
Okay. Thank you, Oksana. I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, we got to the point where user needed registration. So as a new user, I'm going to sign up for the account. I just put random name, Amy. And this one. Okay, I'm going to check my profile. I can see all the personal information displays correctly, first name, last name, email. So on the profile, user can switch between two tabs, one for personal information, one for reservations. As I didn't make any reservation, it's empty, but now I'm going to make one reservation and show how it works. I'm picking check-in date, checkout date, search. I like this hotel. Okay, nice. I will add room and click reserve. It takes user to the user profile where user can see all the reservations details. Check the details, everything is correct. Check in, check out, nights, guest rooms, location. So user can also see reservation overview. It's like short version of reservation details. So I'm going to make one more reservation quickly, and we will see. So I check Orlando. Open. Add a few rooms. We can see the price changes depending on how many rooms I add. Now it's 5 rooms. Pay reserve. Again, it brings me to the reservation details. And now I can see both my reservations display in my profile. If I need more details, see details. If I need to cancel reservation, click cancel reservation. I just cancel one of them and I can cancel another one, cancel reservation. It's empty. So that's pretty much it about my part.
All right, good job, team 3. Thank you all for sharing your work. Very well
Awesome
done.
job, awesome job. Okay, next we have team 4. Take it away, team 4.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Tamam. We are team 4, and let me introduce the team members. Okay, what's this? So me myself, I'm Tamam Al-Wafai, and there's Maria Santiago. We were working on the back end with Sergey. Sergey actually he was working on back end and front end. There's Pramod, Abdul, and Vadim. So, I mean, first we were like thinking about some ideas. I came up with like dating app idea. The other guys, they suggested restaurant, like language learning app, chatting app, and e-commerce. So we started voting on Slack, and then we selected the e-commerce app. And then we named the app Sky and Ski. So, I mean, after that, we start thinking about how to manage the project, as we don't have much experience working in like team or managing a team. So we selected Trello.com, and we started like creating cards and assigning tasks there, which was like very good. Then we start working on Figma.com to make the design. And then we start having like a lot of team meetings, and thanks to the mentors, I don't know if they are here with us today. Here's the tech stack. So we used for the backend, we used Node.js, Express, and then for the database, we used MongoDB with Mongoose. And for security, we used bcrypt.js for password hashing, and JWT for authentication, in addition to Swagger for the API documentation. For the front end, we used React.js and SAS for styling and the other ones. So the challenges we faced is first working in a team, especially if there's like no leader or like manager in the team. So communication, collaboration, plus GitHub, as like we needed to work together on the same repo, not like in the previous classes. And then when we finished the project, we were facing some issues with deployment with render.com, as it's not as good as Heroku. It keeps going on and off, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I can give it to Sergey so he can do the demo, and I will stop sharing.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Tamam, for introduction. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. You can see our, well, I will be doing some of the demo of our project. And as you can see on our screen, this is the main page. And so for me, my focus was on the account part and making sure that we are able to create orders. I will show that. So basically, we will be controlling the website using the header, the top navigation bar. And as you can see right now, the cart is empty, so there's nothing there. Let's try to put some items in the cart. So we put, this item and this item. And now we are inside the cart. So let's go and try to log in. As you can see, we're not logged in, so we have to log in before going forward. Let me try to log in with the user that I have created previously for that. Okay, so as you can see, let me double check. So as you can see, the order is here. I have created previously some orders here. And so in this, we can also, go inside the order and see the order information. So some information about order. And as you can also see, we can change the password, delete the account, and we are also able to log out. And it's also very important to mention that our website is responsive. So this is how it looks like in the mobile version. And the cart is responsive as well. All parts of the website are completely responsive. So this is how we would switch between the products. We can also filter out some of the categories. And let's try to finish our session and log out this current user. And as you can see, if we try to go back, the user is logged out. Yeah, that concludes my presentation of the account and the order features. I will pass it to Vadim. I will also stop sharing.
Thank you, Sergey. Hello, everyone. I would like to review. My name is Vadim, and I would like to review the website design. At the top of the page, you'll see our logo. Give me a minute. Our logo, which always take you back to the home page when you clicked. When you clicked About, you'll go to the sections that tell you more about our store. And we also added some pop-up text that appears when your cursor or title or picture to make the site more interactive. When you click shop, you'll be taken to the catalog where you can start shopping right away. Contact section, you can find our address and the map to help to locate us. When you go to other section, the header change color to red.
About 2 minutes left, team.
The shop button also redirect us to the catalog for shopping. On the home page, we can see the catalog with our products. Our gallery section, we can see pop-up pictures, and when you scroll up or down, they will on your page. In the mobile version, we implemented the carousel. They change pictures every 3 seconds, or you can choose other pictures yourself. We also added section with company logos to show our partners. In the Why Choose Us section, there are pop-up picture and the link that explain why many people choose us. We also added expanding pictures for more interactivity. On our video section, we specially made video for this project with our logos and happy people, our platform. Before the footer, you'll find the map with the location of our store for your convenience. And at the bottom of the page, we have a footer with a subscription field, information about our company and support, and social media link. And you can learn more about our team and our company. Our design is responsive, as Sergey said, and can be used on all mobile devices. The most challenge for me was the responsive design, but at the same time, I enjoyed to work with the CSS, and I'm passing to continue our presentation.
Hi, my name is Pramod. My contribution for the team is to build the page following our design and mock-up that the team agree. And I also summarize and create a presentation for the team. And my challenges is mainly is time management, because our team have live in a different time zone, and so I also work and have to manage my available time to do the project, and the GitHub and coding. Sometimes I face error that I haven't faced it before, so I have to search the Google or ask teammate for help. Okay, then I will pass it to Abdul to share his contribution and challenges. Thank you.
I'm not sure that Abdul's on the call, so maybe Maria, if you'd like to go next.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I worked on the back end side of things. So my contribution to the team, I worked on 2 of the models for it. It was the order schema and the payment schema. So for the order schema, I believe that was the one that was used. But you know, the schema has where you can put your orders or the products for the order along with the prices for the order, and then the total price. you that. So creating oh my gosh, I'm sorry, products to the catalog. And I also contributed by adding JSON Web Token authentication to the order routes as well as the payment route, so that a customer can see their own orders and make any modifications to their own orders, but not another person's. And so yeah, there's that. I learned a lot from this whole situation, and thank you for the opportunity to do this.
Great job, team 4. Thank you all so much for sharing your site. Looks great.
Great, great, great. Awesome. Our final team is team 5. Take it away, team 5.
Hello, hi everyone. Give me 1 second to share my screen. I will. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I can't see any of you or the chat. So if there's any questions, my mentor Brylan will have to answer it, or we'll have to wait until the end because I cannot see you. Okay. And
Don't worry, we're here and enjoying things, KJ.
Okay. Please excuse my gaze. I'm reading off of my notes. Hello, everyone. My name is KJ, and I am the primary developer and the creator of AvailBuddies. I'm very excited to be able to present this to you guys today. AvailBuddies is an app that was designed to streamline event planning and help people connect no matter how busy their schedules are. In this presentation, we're going to go over the app's purpose, the features, our journey in developing it, and the challenges we faced along the way. So go ahead and get started. Okay. Alrighty. AvailBuddies is meant to streamline the event planning process by considering multiple people's availabilities and making it easier for everybody to find a suitable time to gather. We achieved this mission through 3 main focuses: effortless event planning, seamless scheduling, and through fostering stronger connections. By simplifying the event planning process and accommodating everybody's schedules, our app encourages deeper relationships between participants by making it easy to find and join events. The need for this app came from my own personal experience of struggling to find times to meet with my mentors, with peers, with other students, with friends and family. And I realized that there needed to be an accessible tool for people to put in their differing schedules and find the time that worked out well for everybody. Our design and development process was agile, fluid, and flexible. As we encountered challenges and discovered new insights, we continuously adjusted and improved our app's design and features. Our tech stack included Ruby on Rails, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PostgreSQL, and we used GitHub project boards and Slack to communicate. We put our tasks and did tickets through the GitHub project board system. Okay, now onto the features. AvailBuddies is packed with powerful features designed to streamline the event planning process and make it easier for people to connect. We're going to take a look at each of these features briefly in the next few slides. So the first feature we're going to look at is our device authentication. We're using the device gem for Ruby in order to provide a secure user sign-up and login process. Using the device authentication gem allows your personal information to be secured and your account details to be protected. Experience an intuitive interface for easy account creation and access, our encrypted password storage for enhanced data security, and user-specified actions that prevent unauthorized users from attempting to tamper with your events or accessing your data. We also have a weather API. AvailBuddies incorporates a weather API to provide users with up-to-date, dependable weather forecasts for their events. It will give you weather information up to 10 days before your event so you can confidently plan activities and choose the perfect setting, whether it be indoor or outdoor. We use weatherapi.com, and it's an awesome API. I highly recommend it. It's free too. Okay, now the star of our show is this. Scrolled for a second. We're back. Is the smart availability comparison feature. It's the heart of availabilities. It simplifies the event planning process by identifying the best time for events based on participant schedules. How it works is users are going to input they're going to indicate their interest for an event. They're going to RSVP to an event. And once they do that, they're going to be allowed to add their availabilities. Then we collect their availabilities, and once the host has gotten enough RSVPs and availabilities, they can click on the compare availabilities feature, which will then sort through everybody's availabilities to see overlapping time slots that work for everyone. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to see that in this little clip. Okay. So this is the event owner. 3 people have RSVP'd and have entered in their availability. The event owner can click on compare availabilities, where they'll be brought to this screen where it renders out the data from our comparison service. These top 3 time slots are it'll parse down in order of most available users to least available users. And so the top 3 time slots are the ones where the most available users are available. So we can see right here that the 1 to 3 time slot, all 3 users that were RSVP'd are going to be available. And then it also allows you to view other time slots in case you don't want 3 people and you only want 1 or 2. You can also see the names of all the users, so you can see who's attending your event. And you'll see that here. Right there, you'll see all the users attending. The other time slots are located down here. Once you select a time slot, it will then set that as the event's start and end time. Just like that, we have plans for a future integration with a notification system that allows for people RSVP to be notified when the event owner confirms availability. How do I get out of this? 1 second, I'm stuck in my video. Okay, all good. And okay, next slide. Okay, challenges we faced. During the development of availabilities, we faced several challenges that required effective problem-solving, time management, and adaptability. I'm gonna go ahead and share some of those with you guys right now. One of the biggest issues we had was the time constraints. When you start this, you want to do so much more than you end up being able to do, and so it really was making improvements and making the necessary improvements and not worrying about those secondary features such as the email notification system or the friends system, and postponing those until after Practicum. Another issue was kind of the same as the last one, is managing the scope and complexity. Again, when we started this app, we wanted it to do so much. We wanted it to be so much, but that was just too much for 8 weeks. So we really had to narrow in and focus on what we wanted it to do, what we wanted it to see, and what we wanted to show you guys. And then the last part that was very hard was I was a solo developer the whole time. My mentors, Brylan and Bailey, were absolutely amazing, and I could never replace the value and knowledge that they were able to impart on me and help me out with. But it was very hard being a solo developer. I wore many hats. I learned so much. But it was definitely, that was a big challenge that I had to face and overcome. Okay, now we're on to the future. What is next? We would like to work on deploying the app to make it accessible for users worldwide, enabling more people to connect and plan events together. We would also like to add a friend system that would allow users to easily connect with their contacts and further streamlining the event planning process. As I talked about before, we would like to do some calendar and some mailer integrations. Google Calendar integrations on the list to work on next. It'll help users sync their schedules and manage their events seamlessly within the app. And then the last one that we're working on for the next steps is our email notification system. It's to help keep users engaged and informed, and it will provide updates on event invitations, RSVPs, and it will provide reminders to events. Okay. Thank you all for watching this presentation. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to my mentors, Brylan and Bailey. I, again, could not have done this without the two of them. Code the Dream staff, and my wife, who supported me throughout this entire project. I cannot wait to see how this app continues to develop and grow and help people create unforgettable memories. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Any questions? Okay. Stop screen share.
Just lots of praise, KJ. Great job.
Wonderful job, everyone. Every team did such an amazing job, amazing apps, amazing demos. Awesome. Just very proud of yourself. Big round of applause for everybody. Did awesome, did awesome. So that is it. That is all the presentations for today.